Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I am here with Michelle Alexander. She is a licensed family and marriage therapist. She specializes in mental health. I want her to explain what mental health is before and what it means today. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah. So before, when we thought about mental health, we thought about people being in facilities where they couldn't take care of themselves, where they were debilitated, they couldn't take care of their day-to-day functions. But here today, we see that about 80% of people suffer from some type of mental health, whether it be anxiety, depression, stress, work-related, or home. So now the morale has changed. So there's a lot of different people suffering from things where they find themselves overthinking, they find themselves having problems with dealing with their emotions, having problems really being able to attach to what they have to do or what they have to achieve throughout the day. So mental health now is something that most people suffer with. Myself, I've suffered with, being overworked, overstressed, and that is a part of a mental health component when we think about it. So mental health, it has a wide range, is extremely broad, and there's a lot of different spectrums in which it can affect us.
Right. So I know for a fact that I hear more people, and I see it a lot on TV as well, how people are having anxiety attacks and not having I'm going to use the words you gave me because these are the things that really held on. They don't have the coping skills. Right. And the biggest thing that I took away from you is that you have mindfulness. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that a little? Because I think a lot of people really need to at least have some sort of consultation with you, because you also mentioned the fact that you were overworked, balanced mm-hmm. with family and work. I know that was one of the things that was detrimental for my relationship. Mm-hmm. I love to work. I mean, I don't understand. You want to watch TV, you want to play sports, you want to do whatever. I want to work. But mm-hmm. I had to go through the transition, and I'm still going through the transition because I'm a workaholic, right?
Yeah.
So can you expound a little bit on that?
Yeah, so one of the things that we utilize for both depression and anxiety is an intervention called mindfulness. And I think what happens is that a lot of us through our day-to-day, we lose that. We lose that being in the here and now. So what mindfulness means is just a moment, essentially, that means that we're being intentional about our day, that we're focusing on the here and now, that we're aware of the present. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times when we think about anxiety and depression, we're either focused in the past or the future. So things that's happened or things that's to come. And so we never get into this place of wise mind, being able to be present, really thinking about things that are present. So what is this saying is that essentially there's going to be a lot of things going on, but how can we deal with them in the present mm-hmm. instead of borrowing our problems from the future or going into the past, which causes hell and misery. We stay focused on what we are doing today. And there's a lot of different ways in which we can get to that place of mindfulness.
Which is wonderful, because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with family and marriage and you're providing that kind of therapy for these individuals, all of this comes into play, because are you depressed? Do you have anxiety? Do you have self-esteem? If you're worrying about what's going to happen and you're not enjoying today, that also affects the relationship that you can be in. And so I'm so happy that you have a slew of skills to help with all this, because really it's almost like a tree. And you don't, it's like your tree, and you got all these different branches, and sometimes one branch is holding you over this way, and it's just a matter of peeling them away and being more mindful. I really do appreciate that word, being more mindful to make sure that you are now being intentional. Now we've got to make sure your intentions are good. That's another story, right? But at the end of the day, it's like some people don't have goals. Well, it's okay, you don't have goals, but it's like driving to Florida. You're going to get there. Just don't know how fast or how soon you're going to get there with that. And then you also mentioned that you also do, so marriage counseling is also, you also have premarital counseling as well, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Michelle, if the biggest thing I take away from you is mental health is something that is 80% of people now are suffering from it, and they need to get the skills and learn how to cope and be more mindful, right? And you have the ability to make it simple. And so if they really wanted to get at least some more information from you on how they can become more mindful and get these coping skills, what phone number should they use, Michelle?
So you can call me at 619-535-6695. I also have a website, which you can go to michellealexanderlmft.com, and that gives you all the information that you need in order to get in contact with me.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and anybody needing at least some questions. I mean, I know I got to give her a call because work and play, transition. You also mentioned that too. Well, we've had this conversation. Transition from age groups, right? We don't think about all these little things that people, have all these little stresses. You know, you talk to a little kid, they're 10. I'm stressed. What are you stressed about? You're 10. Well, they have their own stressors. And this is where parenting, because you also mentioned you do parenting workshops as well.
Yeah.
She has a slew. I'm telling you, she has a slew of skills. So I'm going to list them on this. I'm going to put it on the video. I'm going to give you her website, her phone number, and then a list of all this, the areas that she really specializes in, and feel free to give her a call because it is definitely a need. Thank you so much for Michelle. What's that phone number again?
619-535-6695.
Thank you.